Hello, I'm Toycat, and you might recall how around about 7 years ago, my Let's Play world turned 7. This meant that I've been playing survival in the same world for over 7 years now, and that's something a lot of people did find interesting, and a lot of people did find kind of cool, what 7 years worth of Minecraft in the same world looked like. So I figured, you know what the logical sequel to this must be? The logical sequel must be showing you a world I made in 7 hours with my ex-girlfriend just before we broke up. It was one of the last things we did together, and if relationships aren't built to milk for YouTube views, then I don't know what they are for. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a world tour of the 7-year world I played with my ex-girlfriend just before we broke up. So today I wanted to show you 7 hours worth of progress that I've made in Minecraft with the ex-girlfriend. Isn't that a fun little video topic? I think it definitely is. So let's dive straight into this one, shall we? And let's start by converting this over from the Xbox One edition, where we actually played it. The reason I played it here is because I wanted to keep it separate to the Bedrock Minecraft, but let's convert it to the Minecraft most of you know and recognize. Because, fun fact, if you've played the console editions of Minecraft for long enough, you'll know that both Xbox One and Switch, and soon to be PlayStation 4, will allow you to have both the console edition, which is more like Java, as well as the Bedrock edition, which you probably recognize on this channel a bit more. So, everything's the same, but it's also just a bit different. Isn't that kind of fun? So, yeah, let me show you around this world, which was generated using Amplified in the console edition, which doesn't work here in Bedrock, which is sad. And yeah, you can kind of see what's what. Because my spawn point in this world is somewhere over there, but we did the thing, you know, the thing that I hate, but you know, I was lured into it in the moment, in the thralls of, you know, the company of a girl I liked. I might have walked all the way from spawn over to here to build something. I think this is a terrible idea for any world. You know, no matter how bad you want to do some fun stuff, you want to plant some crops, you want to find something that's better than your spawn location. The truth is, it's so annoying if anyone ever joins your world. So where is my spawn? Somewhere over there. When I die and my bed's obstructed, I have to walk all the way from there to here, and it's the worst. That might have happened twice in this world already, and I'm very bitter about it. You can actually tell how bitter I was because just outside my house, which we'll get into in a minute, don't worry, but just outside my house you can see how I built this staircase into the mountain. And yeah, it's one of those types of staircases where you hit your head on the ceiling every time. You know what are you gonna do about it? It's just here to make it so you don't have to climb up the side of the mountain. But yeah, I built one of these staircases into the side here so it'd be easier rather than having to climb all of that mess. Because let's be honest, this is a mess, but you know, it's a mess in progress. That's what Minecraft worlds are. You're allowed to have them be messy if you want to, and that's just okay. So, would you like to see the house that I built with a now ex-girlfriend? I'm sure you would. I'm sure this is the high-quality content you expect from the Toycat channel. So here you can see, it's actually a villager house that we converted into our own, because who can be bothered to build their own house when the game will just give you some? So, as you can see, this is clearly a village. Actually, it's an old-style village, because the console edition hasn't received updates in quite some time. And as you can see, it says Sweet Sweet Home on the front, and then it's got both our names and the day we made this. Isn't this beautifully... you know, I guess just beautifully sad. But isn't this wonderful? Like, oh yeah, a week before our breakup, we made a nice little Minecraft home. And it says Sweet Sweet Home. I'm sure that's meant to say Home Sweet Home. I didn't make this sign. What's that all about then, huh? And yeah, let's go inside the house. Because you'll notice how, because waterlogging isn't a thing in Minecraft, the console edition at least, you'll notice quite intently right here how we filled the house with water. Why did we do that? Question mark, I don't really know. But it does add a little bit of a flair to the house, right? Like, oh, is this a village house or is this not? Who knows for sure? But yeah, as you can see, there's two little chests here. I didn't make any of these signs, by the way. There's a chest filled with her stuff, and there's a chest filled with my stuff. You can see quite clearly here how, like, oh yeah, this is how things develop. This is how relationships fall apart. Slowly you start separating the things one by one until you've got very separate areas. Even over here, I think this is the furnace chest stuff, like food for one person, food for another person, or... That's not food for one person, but useful to see anyway. And yeah, I guess we should make the final step in the breakup and really move the bed apart and just put it just over there instead. Oh, I guess waterlogging is a thing in this version of the game. Huh. Oh, no, it's in this version of the game, not in that version of the game. So I waterlogged this bed, but not this. This is very confusing to follow, okay? Apparently she sleeps underwater now. That's fine. I never even realized the connotation that she sleeps in a peasant white bed while I sleep in a red bed. Maybe that's where all my relationship issues stem from, you know? But speaking of relationship issues, one of the ones that wasn't ever there was that we definitely got some cooking going on, which means I can get my baked potato experience right there, which is wonderful. And also, one of the things we did agree on is that we needed to go to other mountains to see stuff. And yeah, as a result of that, we've got a sign here that says nothing on it for some reason. And there's a long pathway that I think we both worked on, actually, going in that direction. I'll see where that leads in a second. But for now, we also have a little bit of a pathway heading over here. Because You know, one of the first things I do when I start a brand new Minecraft world, I get a sugarcane farm going, okay? I've got an addiction to sugarcane, and boy, let me tell you, it's almost as serious as my addiction to failing relationships, apparently. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump down and we're gonna check it out, because, yeah, one of the first things you need to do in a Minecraft world is you need to get enough sugarcane that you don't need to think about sugarcane anymore. And as you can see here, I also took advantage of the waterlogging fact to use sugarcane on like a block below the water. It's actually a pretty cool effect because you don't notice it from above, but when you get here, it's like, huh, how does any of this work? And the answer is no one really knows, but as long as you don't chop down the bottom one, then things can look even cooler, in my opinion. So yeah, I have a lot of sugarcane going right here. It's very weird, it's very confusing to climb across, but you know what? If that doesn't describe everything about you and the things you do with the people you love, then you don't do enough fun things with the people you love. Scheme. But speaking of failed schemes, I actually started a mine, as you can see down here. And this one's pretty exciting because I remember just by digging down, I happened to dig, very coincidentally, into a ravine like this many blocks in, which was really, really useful as a fact because I believe there were diamonds in here, like I got diamonds really early on. That's a key thing to do in any Minecraft survival. First 7 hours, you should have diamonds ready. First, like 70 minutes, you should have diamonds because it'll make the rest of your game a lot easier. That's how this pickaxe right here is enchanted. That's how there's an enchantment table going on. And oh, I forgot, the reason it's so cool is it's not just one ravine, it's 2 ravines going into each other, which I just happened to mine into from my thing. Oh, you can actually see how I didn't even mine the diamonds yet. Maybe I was saving up for efficiency, or sorry, for fortune to do that. But yeah, you can see this diamond was very important to me. It was the first diamond I ever found. And you know what? I'm not using this world anymore, so let's mine the diamonds right now. Let's get that out of the way. Yeah, isn't that wonderful? That feels real good, doesn't it? Anyway, though, let's head out here, where there's a bunch of drowns, which have apparently spawned. Oh, here's another cool thing you could do. Again, I was just playing around with it because it's weird. Before waterlogging existed, you could, for some reason, plant sugarcane below water, as long as there was a gap nearby it, although... Oh no, it seems the sugarcane is falling out, because... Yeah, that doesn't work in waterlogging anymore. Anyway, there goes the sugarcane farm, just like there goes the relationship, I guess. And also, here goes my climb up these stairs, my ascent, if you will. So I will say, I made this staircase, I think. I really hated that I made it because there'd always be a skeleton that spawned there. It always knocked me off and it'd always kill me. And that's why I spawned back at the thing a couple of times. And yeah, pro tip, if you're gonna make a staircase, even though it sounds fun to be super weird and, you know, wacky and make one of these ones, just make a real staircase and... I don't know, I think there's a charm to this, but let me tell you, I've died enough times that all that charm has been lost, and all the frustration has instead taken over. Anyway, though, we also have something up here. I don't know what this was. This was actually made by the then-girlfriend. So let's... Oh, it's a enchanting room. I don't know if she knows how to enchant, because glass and an enchantment table in the corner is not the correct formula, but, you know, I admire that something was being built here. Evidently not being built anymore, but it's nice to see it regardless, I think. Oh, and look, there's a water thing that goes all the way down here, so if you don't want to take the staircase, you can use water instead. You know, what are you doing taking the staircase when there's one of these things available? That's the question you'd have to ask yourself if you were me or my ex-girlfriend, I guess. This is a weird video. Why did I start recording this? So, a couple of other things that you're going to notice as you look around is, one, there's a little bit of an animal farm right there. Again, one of the things I like is I'm pretty hands-off with, like, telling people how to play Minecraft. It's kind of what I do all day, every day, so, like, if someone doesn't want to hear it, they just want to explore the game, I'll let them do that. But I thought it was pretty cool that she actually knew the carpet on the fence technique. So, you know, sometimes she'd use this, apparently. I think I let the rabbits out more than once, so I think that's why she installed this. But yeah, fun fact. This was a fact I didn't have to... Yeah, you know, it's one of those basic Minecraft facts, but it's not something you'd expect someone to know if they don't know Minecraft. Also, I think that's one of the rabbits I let out, so oops on that front. Also, I think I just killed the rabbit, so there's that. You know, I'm not good with animals. This is the lesson we've learned right here. But yeah, it's cute. We've got a little farm of animals that could have grown, like how our love could have grown and matured, but instead... like that rabbit, it has died falling off the side of a cliff. I've got to really stop doing this. This is probably unhealthy. But just like a rabbit, you can find a new one if you look hard enough, and maybe that new rabbit will be better, and maybe that one won't even fall off a cliff. Or maybe what you'll instead realize is you're the problem, and even though the rabbits are broken, that doesn't make it okay that you're broken too. Because eventually, when enough rabbits jump off enough cliffs, you'll start to realize that the cliff is not the thing which has changed. You'll start to realize it's not the rabbit that's the thing that's at fault. It might actually be you, the person who's slowly pushing the rabbits over the edge, one by one, until they all die. Anyway, though, so let me show you this house. There's a really fun story behind this house right here, which is kind of unfinished. Someone actually joined the world while we were playing together, And I just figured, like, we'll let them do what they want to do, and then, you know, when they've got enough stuff, we'll kill them for it, because, you know, I do politely request that people don't join my worlds, and if someone joins, then they can make something if they want to, they can be productive, but also I have the right to kill them, you know? Stand your ground, lords, they apply to Minecraft, that's just objective fact. So, yeah, someone came in, they wrote a sign writing, "Good night, my da," and then I think, like, I killed them before they could finish it, so I'm their da, which is Russian for yes. So the last thing I need to show you on this side of the world is the fact that just over this bridge, which I think is actually a pretty nice bridge over a pretty small gap, and also, for some reason, there was a river made here. I don't know why she made this. You know, whatever, it's actually, you know, it's kind of like a pretty waterfall. I mean, it covers a lot of stuff, but, you know, that's fine. That's normal. But something you might not think is normal is this nether portal right here, which as you can see is very clearly shaped like an X. I spent far too long mining obsidian, you know, working, putting those hours in, just to realize that it was all worthless in the end anyway. But relationship categories aside, no, there's I spent a lot of time working on this kind of thing. Getting all of this obsidian in survival is, I mean, it's not a lot of effort, but it's a lot while you're chilling on the sofa or whatever. And yeah, so I built this just because, like, I wanted to do some nether portal art, and I figured a nice X would be great. X for Xbox, X for ex-girlfriend, hey, perfect. But no, basically I want to show you my nether, because I don't remember what I actually did in there, but I remember I was starting something in the nether, and then I died, which is the last thing we did in the world. I think I literally rage quit afterwards, so there you go. Now you know more about me. So yeah, I've got this cool little system where I use these white nether quartz slabs as a way to guide me around, although, oh, okay, here you can see, it goes somewhere. Let's see where this eventually takes me. What was my goal in the nether besides nether quartz, maybe? I mean, nether quartz is a pretty block, but what else was I doing here? Let's find out. So yeah, it's pretty weird seeing old nether generation here in, you know, Minecraft Bedrock as always. Like, it's not that different, but you can distinctly tell this isn't what the nether normally looks like, right? But yeah, either way, I guess I was probably looking for the fortress. You can tell by all these fires, I was attacked by ghasts for a really long time. I really didn't want to die. And then I did die, and then I lost all my stuff. And fun fact, that's why I start my video of nothing, because just like at the end of a relationship, you start with nothing. You think you have nothing in the world, you can build up your value again. You can build into a place where you're happy again, and sometimes, you know, you'll end up in a place that's happier than before. People like to say that as every door closes, another one opens, and I really don't like it on that level. Like, let's not shut doors just to see if other ones open. But, you know, some of the happiness and the intense happiness, I would say, that's come in my life since then has only been possible as a result of this whole thing. And isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful that even something that seems so tragic and sad on the surface, even something where you look at this and say, really, is this a real video you're making, Soy Cat? Even if it seems like that on the surface, it doesn't stop it being a real fun thing. So the last thing I want to show you in this world is something I genuinely don't know. What's at the end of this huge sandstone slab pathway? Is it slabs? It is slabs. I don't actually know, so let's find out together, and let's explore the beauty that is amplified worlds. Obviously, Minecraft Bedrock has not added amplified yet. It's a really weird thing that they're missing, in my opinion. You know, given that, again, Console Edition, which has villages that look like this still, and doesn't even have waterlogging, has amplified, has customized biome sizes. I'd love to see that come to the Bedrock Edition, because isn't this world gen just beautiful to see as you look around in all directions? I think it is. So yeah, it seems as though we ran into a bit of an issue of a mountain, and I just figured, you know what, we'll just have the really straight, long pathway go up into this, and then I straightened it a bit more, and then it seems like we went up some more after that. So, don't know what the deal is here, but this is kind of interesting. By the way, I should mention, this world is rough around the edges, right? Like, actually, this isn't even rough around the edges. This is smooth around some of the edges, and it's rough everywhere else, but that's fine. Minecraft, when you first start, you can do a lot of grand projects that look awful, because functionality is important to get around your Minecraft world, to see stuff, to do stuff, and man, mesa biomes and amplified look really good as well. But it's important to see things that do things in that sort of way, and maybe you know. Fun fact, the swamp biome is the one biome that never amplifies. I've never worked out why that is, if it's intentional or not, or if it's like a fun thing like that, but now you know too. Also, it seems as though I made like a little stopping point in the mesa biome. I like that. Again, this is one of the more beautiful biomes. You want to settle down here eventually, right? You know, your family, your kids, etc. So why not have a thing? And then yeah, we kept on going for a bit, but it seems as though we just kind of ran out and figured, you know what, there's no point going all this way for a forest. And I do kind of agree with that, like, what's the point in having such a huge distance to travel for a forest? So I guess I went back, and that's where the mesa biome came in. But yeah, this world is an important reminder, because we spent roughly 7 hours over about 3 nights, like 2 hours and maybe some change a night for 3 nights. And, you know, even 7 hours of 2 people playing together and doing a lot of fun cooperative stuff, you know, which is a huge amount of time. 7 hours on anything is huge. Imagine a 7-hour movie. You wouldn't watch it. Imagine a 7-hour YouTube video. You'd be like, ooh, maybe we should split this up into parts, right? So bear in mind, 7 hours is a long time to do anything. And even then, after all of those 7 hours with 2 people, so really 14 hours, plus that stranger who joined, whose house I stole. But even after all of these hours, even after all of this, effort and work, it still looks pretty rough, right? Nothing in here was like, oh, that looks really good, Toy Cat. You can just see I made a thing, and that's what this whole thing was. And that's fine. You know, like, a lot of YouTubers put emphasis on, like, if your house doesn't look so amazing, it looks like you spent, 15 years crafting it. What's the point of even making it? But the truth is, most Minecraft things are rough around the edges, and they're rough in the center, and they're rough everywhere. That's fine. As long as you're having fun, you're working on building something that you like, and you are building things that you like I really love the way this looks in the night sky, then that's all that matters. And it's the same thing with relationships, right? To tie this whole video together. Like, I've definitely made a few bitter jokes in here, but I'm not actually bitter. You know, we broke up, and it was for the best. We have remained friends. And in case you're curious, like, I never used to believe people like, we stayed friends. It's like, no, that's a lie. That's not a real thing. And you're not like true friends, like, hey, you want to come see the game with me? Name I won't reveal, even though it's in the video. And it's like, no, I mean, the game, or what? No, I don't watch the game with anyone, so I guess I don't have any friends. But you get the point, right? That like, it's not like friends on that level, but you can stay, amicable with someone you like. Sometimes relationships fall not because you hate each other, but because certain issues can't be worked on or can't be fixed, or maybe they were never fixed in the first place, or maybe they changed in such a way that things aren't the same way they were before, and that's perfectly fine and normal too. You should try to avoid that, of course, if you want to have something longer than that. But I also think you should never get stuck down a track of like, oh yeah, all people are terrible, all men or women or whatever are terrible because this happens eventually. Because the truth is things don't work. But you usually find better things in the end, and I don't know. I feel good about better things. Maybe you feel good about better things, or maybe you prefer worse things. If you prefer worse things, then maybe you should stay in an unhappy relationship for as long as you can. Never even talk about your issues. Just slowly let them build up one by one till you resent the person you're with so much that really you'd love anything more than to just slowly drown them in a bathtub. But yeah, anyway, like your resentful long-term wife. Today's video does have to end, and I hope you all enjoyed it regardless. You can like it if you did like it. You can share it if you really liked it, and if you want to see more videos not like this one at all, you can subscribe with notifications turned on. But anyway, yeah, like your ex-wife, this video has to die, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Okay, so I'm gonna delete the world now. It's gone. We're good. And now we can go back to the 7 years of survival as opposed to the 7 hours. And if you want to see more of that, that happens every day, or most days on this channel. And you can see my adventures in Minecraft there. Especially every Monday, which is the Let's Play day. But anyway, I've taken enough of your time, like your ex-girlfriend. And I'm gonna see you all next time. Goodbye.